Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the NBA. Or should I say, just world news. All right, guys, buckle up because this is something I didn't really want to talk about. All right? I didn't really want to talk about these kind of things right now because it's just so much, right? But sometimes you just got to. It's ridiculous, right? Listen, our best basketball player on the planet, LeBron James, he's in the finals right now against Golden State. But, something happened to him in my hometown, LA, in his home in LA. His house was vandalized and a racial slur, y'all know which one it is, the N-word, was written on his gate. This is LA. Now, this is not even a city where this is as big as a problem as other parts of America. And this is happening to the best basketball player on the planet. So it was just ironic to see a guy of this stature to have to come to a interview and say, boy, being black in America is tough, right? Being black in America is tough. Yeah, tell us something we don't know. Tell us something we don't know. It just has to happen to him so it can stay in the focus, right? And that's what he was saying. He said he would let it happen again if it would just stay in the focus and we don't, brush this under the rug like we do, all of the time. This is just another example of how divided we are still. And it's primitive to the point where I know when the aliens come down here, they're not going to even try to talk to the humans. It's going to be like one of them Star Trek. I'm not even a Star Trek watcher, but my girl told me to watch one of them, and it was the one when the aliens came down and they wasn't even trying to talk to us. They were trying to talk to the whales, right? And probably the dolphins and anything else. Ain't nobody going to try to talk to us humans because we're still primitive, right? And this planet would probably be okay, a lot better without us on it because we still have a problem to make. We try to find all the reasons in the world to find out how different we are. And we're not much different. It's ridiculous. It's beneath us. And, the funny thing about it, I would like to sit here and say, hey, let's get it together. Let's all get it together. But this is probably an 80-20% thing. Lots of times you can see people were asking me when I travel before the elections, who's going to be the president of the United States? And when you're not in America, I was like, well, that's Trump, easily. I would say, why don't you just go and look at boxing comments for a minute. Just go in there and look at boxing comments for a minute and watch what you see, right? It's just totally one way. Most of the time somebody get called the N-word, this and that, and there's no reaction. No one even replies to that. Black people, we don't even have a word anymore for you guys. It doesn't even go past white boy. That's about it. All those other ones in the 70s and the 60s with crackers and hunky and all that. Ain't nobody saying that. We don't say that even when you're not there. It's not a two-way street. I would hate to say that, but it's not. And it brings me also to things like, when we have Black Lives Matter, right? 2 weeks focus on Black lives, right? And I know it was hard for America to try to do that, right? First thing we say is all lives matter. Yes, all lives do matter. All lives matter. But right now, focus on Black lives for a minute together. Right? Because we've all seen kids running the opposite direction of police officers who are supposed to be very schooled in how they shoot this weapon. And all of a sudden they can't shoot lower extremities anymore. Shooting to kill. 13, 14-year-old kids running the opposite direction. And there's no empathy. The whole America together. Right? It's almost incredible. And I hate to make this an analogy, but if we would replace blacks with dogs and we watch dogs run away from police or from hunters running the opposite direction and they would get shot and you would see that, people would start crying and America would say dog lives matter. But for some reason, Black lives, we have a problem with that, right? When you're watching kids, That's when it's really a racism that's in your loins. Someone has told you have to think this way. It's probably not because you've been around this type of person and you found out things, how good they are, or how same we are. No, someone has told you to be that way and you're being that way. This is why my opinion is people travel the world. Don't stay in your neighborhood and let these people tell you how you're supposed to act and what you're supposed to think about other people. Because a lot of times you think you have an enemy and you don't. We're all a product of where we are, our environment, and our direct environment. This is absolutely beneath us, right? But it's only kind of good so you can kind of see that this can happen to anybody. When it's happening to LeBron James, right, then it's an issue. It's an issue. And, we always seem to get mad when someone, there's probably never, look at the comment sections, look at everywhere. There's probably ever, very rarely will you see some black person lashing out at white persons in comment section and calling them names other than fanboy. Just lashing out at them. That doesn't happen. And when you get lashed out, there's never a response. There's never a response about, your color. No one cares except you. That's what we're trying to say here. No one cares except you. So you have to get in tune with why is that? Why is that? Has something happened to you? A group of black people have beaten you up because you were white or something like that? Those would be reasons. Not because someone is telling you to think that way. Because if we don't get this together, it's embarrassing. America is embarrassing right now. It really is. Bottom line, it's just simply embarrassing, and it's below us, right? And this is a country where people were all brought there. None of us have a right more than the other guy, right? None. Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes this is our place. All these Europeans, you're European, right? And African and Mexican and whatever kin, right? It's all kind of kins and peens. Right? No one belongs there. We're all visiting. So let's get this together. And things that happen to LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, right? Kneeling down, trying to make people aware. We got mad at him. We got mad at him, right? But for trying to make people aware of kids, doesn't matter what color, being shot. Maybe we should have called it Kids Lives Matter or Children's Lives Matter, right? But as soon as you say black, people tune out. It's like if an insurance salesman comes to your door. As soon as he says insurance, you tune out, right? Because you have something against insurance. Don't be selling me no insurance. I ain't got time for that, right? So it's the same thing. Oh, man, Black Lives, man, whatever, man. They always complain. Don't they got, Martin Luther King holiday, right? Stuff like that. So it's a problem, guys, and we have to get it solved because it's other differences. And, like I like to say, it's just good and bad. That is the differences. Nothing else is different. And if you want to check that, go to the bathroom and do the number 2. If you can do that and nothing stinks, then you can call yourself a little bit different than the rest of us. If not, it's only good and bad. Nothing else. So if you even come to my channel and you're probably upset about this, if you're upset at what I'm saying, something is probably wrong with you. And you have to address it, right? Because, the planet is no one's. It's all of ours. And, I don't want to get on here and rant about things like that. But if you're looking at the whole picture of things of going down from all sports, and I cover them all, right? I don't cover only sports where black people are, right? Tennis and Formula One, all those things that I cover have nothing to do. Have hardly any blacks in them, It doesn't matter. You're going to have to get colorblind. We're going to have to do this together. And, it starts with us, looking in the mirror first. That's the key. And wonder why you're like that. Why do I have something against this culture or these people or what's going on? And do your homework about them. Because like I said earlier in this video, you probably think you have an enemy that you don't even have. If you just take the time to learn about them. Simple as that. And LeBron, he'll get over it. He's rich enough. But it's just probably good that happens, that we can kind of bring it to aware again. Because If you look all over the world right now, it's not just America, all over the world, right? Right wing is growing because of different political things that are going in different countries. But it's a separation that is going on that we don't need right now. We have enough other problems, and we don't really need this one as being another one, right? So I hope we understand that. I don't really like to do videos like that, but at the end of the day, it has to be done. And you guys know this channel started with one injustice, which was domestic violence, which I wrote a book about. I'll get back to that one day soon, let you guys know where you can get it, right? But I have nothing to do with domestic violence at all. It's about empathy, right? And this one here is probably, well, I'm a black man, so I'm addressing this, so maybe it's not empathy, it's sympathy in this case, right? But it's an injustice nevertheless. So it has to be addressed. You got it? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.